Orale Locos. OG Loco. Back working Serenity again. My Jeep Red Boy Rascal Chinaman bitch. She is OG Loco Sarge's Serenity. So I found this old tug because she was eating my cowhides, trying to swallow them. And cleaning out my garage, I found an old tug, the fire hose tug. I go, well, let's see if she tries to eat that one. It's really hard. So she's breaking it in. I don't know how long it's been in my garage, at least a couple of years. I just happened to find it. So it was pretty hard. So she was breaking it in for me. But what I was trying to show, she was working the tug the way I wanted her to. I don't want her to bite that part. I want her to bite the fire hose. But see how she's bouncing like that? That's what I want on a spring pole. I want them to bounce. And the purpose of the bouncing with the spring pole, or why I use a spring on a tug and a spring pole, is the resistance training. So it gives them some resistance when they're working out. But ideally, she's still too high. I want those front feet bouncing off the ground. So I need her to bite a little lower, and she'll figure it out. But once she's bouncing, and see if we can get her to do it, through the resistance training, she's using her inner core. So she's working her stomach muscles, back muscles, neck muscles, when she's bouncing. And that's really what you want them to do. Not just hang. If they just hang, they're not really working their inner core. Right now, just what she's doing is basically working off her hind end, which is good, because I want her to learn to work off the hind end. But I really want her to start bouncing. Like that. But I want her to do it on the fire hose, not the handle. Good girl. It's my girl. Good girl. So right there, she's working her inner core. Okay, the stomach muscles, that'll get her tucked. That'll get her tight. She's burning a lot of calories doing this. I view the spring pole, when they're doing it correctly, and like all workouts, you have to use correct technique. Otherwise, you don't get gains. But like right there, that's what I want her to do, is bounce like that. When she gets the technique down and she's actually working the spring pole correctly, using correct technique, then she'll get the most out of the spring pole. And the way I view it is, you get the best workout, cardio workout, muscular workout on an elliptical machine at the gym, because you're using all your muscles on an elliptical machine. And if you're trying to get in shape and lose weight, elliptical machine has been proven that you get more out of it than just jogging or running or just lifting weights. So I view the spring pole for dogs equivalent to a human using an elliptical machine. And then, you got to just make sure or teach them to use correct technique, like right there. That's correct technique. But she needs to bite the fire hose, not the handle. But ideally, you want her doing exactly what she's doing, bouncing. 5-10 minutes. Get them going. Good girl. That's my Serenity. I was going to take her hunting today, but we're raining. Maybe later if it breaks, we get a break, I'll take her. So I decided to work her. Good girl, Serenity. There it is. I always wanted to see she's staying focused. That's the important part. Is she didn't lose focus even when she lost the fire hose. But good girl. She's in the zone. Eyes are dilated. When they get like this and they're working, I don't know how much. I think they can hear me, but I don't know if they're listening. Good girl, Serenity. Keep working. Keep working. Good girl. Good girl. Mm-hmm. Good girl, that's it, right there, that bounce. So if you ever want to get a dog ready fast for like an ABBA show, you got like 30 days out, and you gotta get them in shape and tucked, this is the best way to do it. Get your dog to work a spring pole 3 times a week for like 4 weeks, 6 weeks out, and then with proper diet, they should tuck up real nice, real quick. I think the hardest part is getting a dog to work a spring pole. I think it's not something they take to right away. It's something you work your way up to. And it all starts with a little flirt pole, a little tug of war, to where the dog knows what you want from it. And then once you got them working a flirt pole and a tug, then you can graduate them up to the spring pole. And then they just work themselves because they enjoy it. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. It's my girl. She bites real good. She works real good. She's a real fun dog. She's in hold. She's going to sleep. That's something you see with some of these hard-biting dogs. They'll stay in hold and they close their eyes like they're asleep. But I do like, she's definitely working the fire hose better than the cowhide, because she tries to chew and eat the cowhide. So once the cowhide gets soft, they try to eat it. But when the cowhide's hard, they work it like the tug. But I'm liking the fact that she's working the fire hose, because she's not trying to eat it. She's just working it, where the cowhide, she tries to eat it and swallow it. It's my Serenity. She has really come a long way. I think she'll be 2 in March. So one of the things I've noticed is I pay attention to how these dogs are biting. So when she's biting with the front of her mouth, she's basically holding on with her front teeth and her fangs. But when she gets it in her molars, like she has it now, she has that in her back molars, and that is pulling on her molars. She's biting harder and working harder. So you could see it depending on which bite. Like right there's the fangs. She's biting with her fangs. And so she's just holding on with the front of her mouth right there. But when she gets that in her molars, like deep bite, like right there, she got it in her back molar. If she clamps down with those molars, it's pulling on those molars. It's probably causing them to bleed a little. And the taste of blood when they get from working gives the dogs the adrenaline rush. So they get a big adrenaline rush when they start fighting real hard and get bleeding gums. And they get addicted to that adrenaline rush. They like it. So that's when you know your dog's taking it up a level. It's like, it'll work it, but then it gets addicted. And she is addicted now. Good girl. Yeah, see, that's what I like too. When she loses it, she don't lose sight of it. You know, some dogs will take a break, and then you got to encourage them to get back on it. But when she loses it, she's still looking for it, which is what I want. There, she got it deep in her molars right now. So this is where she starts bouncing. When she has it deep in the molars, she's putting in some work right now. She's expending a lot of energy. Good girl. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to buy some more fire hose tugs to mix it over my cowhides, because they're going through the cowhides too fast. Or ideally, wrap a cowhide around a fire hose tug, if I could do that. So I'll be breaking her pedigree down pretty soon. I'm going through all the dogs once a week, doing a little feature on each one of my dogs and discussing their pedigree and genetics and how it works into my program and where I think I'm going to go with them in the future, how I breed them. Good girl. That's my girl. Just gives everyone a little bit of background of the why as a breeder of working dogs. The breeder should explain why certain dogs were selected and what they bring to the program, what they bring to the table, and then why you made certain crosses and what the thinking was, the type of dog you were trying to create. So it's important for me to work my dogs as much as possible, hunt them, get a good idea of their traits, you know, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, And so when I do breed them in the future, I know which dogs to cross them on. But I'm really liking Serenity. I think we were talking yesterday in the live, what direction I would like to go with her. She's definitely going to go to Corvino first. But there's a buddy OG family. He has a littermate sister to my dog, OG Loco, Four Brothers Diamond, which is my pure Chinaman. And if he can get her bred to Serenity sire, New Vines Marbles, who's line bred on the Champion Brick blood. Champion Brick was by Crenshaw's Grand Champion Blackjack out of a pure Red Boy bitch. So if we can get that breeding done and get some males off that breeding that work out, then I have something to breed back to both Serenity and Diamond, a male. So the thinking being that New Marbles is Serenity's sire, so it'd be a half brother, half sister breeding to Serenity, and Glorilla is a sister to Diamond, so that breeding would be a half sister, half brother, half sister to Diamond. And I got a program. I got my Eli Carver program going, which is going to be using the pure Chinaman bitch and the Jeep Red Boy Rascal blood. And the reason I think it's going to work is I broke down Diamond's pedigree a couple weeks ago. And even though she's heavily bred on the Earl Jr. Chinaman stuff, when you get back in there how they bred some of the Chinaman females, and Earl Jr. and Earl, Burner's Earl, a lot of them were bred to Tojo females. So there's a lot of Rascal blood, Rascal Jr. blood, and in there, in Diamond and Gorilla's pedigree. I mean, a heavy dose of it. So even though you don't see it up close in the pedigree, the genetics are there. So it just makes sense taking the male off Marbles, which is going to be heavy off the Blackjack, and getting the Tojo blood, Rascal blood, and Blackjack, and crossing it into my Chinaman bitches that have a big dose of Rascal and Tojo blood in them. So that's the thinking. And it's a different line than my old family Reds, but it's something I think I'm gonna start breeding. I want to build off both Serenity and Diamond. I really like both those bitches. They're working really good. They're fighting really hard. They're putting in work. So definitely want to keep their genetics and going and pass them on. So I just have to figure out what's the best direction to move forward with those bitches. And they're both young. I mean, these are both under 2-year-old bitches, and they're showing a lot of talent and a lot of ability. One, for being young dogs, and two, for being females. These two females I have, they work like males, man. They're very rough. They're very hard biting females. They like to put in work. They love to work like a male. So I like that, because I'm a big believer that the pups take more after the mom than the dad. So if you got some hard biting, rough, game bitches that are putting in work, willing to work and love to work, they're going to produce for you. That's just my opinion, my experience. If you get a laid back bitch that doesn't really like to work, she's probably going to produce dogs like that. That's been my experience. So you just have to decide. I tell people all the time, man, people ask, how are these dogs bred? Are they papered? I go, look. Oh, how much they cost? You know, what's the price? I don't know. It really depends. It really depends on the breeding and what they go for. But I tell people, you get what you pay for. You know, if you want quality working blood, dogs that are working, and this is why I do my videos. Nobody's talking shit. Nobody's trying to make something bigger than what it actually is. You can see these dogs work, and get a good idea of their working ability and strengths, and if that's something you want, you know, a high prey drive, hard biting working dog, then that's probably what you're going to get. But if you're just buying off paper or someone's word or someone's opinion, I say it costs the same amount of money to feed and raise a dog that's junk. It's just a dog versus the same amount of money it's going to cost to feed and raise a high quality dog. But the difference is the cost, you know, what it costs to get quality stock. And as I got deeper and deeper into the pit bulls and into the breeding and studying bloodlines and studying what direction I wanted to go as a breeder, you know, I started spending the money to buy better stock, and my dogs have gotten better. So I breed horses too. It's the same concept. You know, I try to buy good working stock on my horses, my quarter horses and paints. And then as I've gotten older and gotten more financially secure, I try to breed to the best stallions I can find, and improve the quality of my working stock on my horses. So it's both with the dogs and the horses. Is if you want quality, working quality, you just got to buy it. I mean, just get it. Good girl. See, you can see the blood on it. You did put some work in on that, huh? Don't watch my fingers. Watch my fingers. That's what you got to watch your fingers. They don't know. They think you got something hanging for them. Yeah. You can hear her breathing, though. It's like she got some work out here. Good girl. I'm going to have to stop it. I don't want her. You always want them to stop wanting more. So when they start getting tired, that's a good time to pull them off the spring pull or the tug. Because you want it to be fun. You know, they're having fun. They're liking this. They're expending a lot of energy. And when you bring this out, again, you want them wanting more. And so, you know, you're trying to eat that too, huh? So you can see where her gums are bleeding. Good girl, huh? Yeah, you're getting tired. Look at you. Oh, good girl. Good girl. So, anyway, I just wanted to show Serenity. Maybe I'll take her hunting. I got some things to do today, but she's the next dog I want to take out. If I don't do it this weekend, maybe during the week or next weekend, I could get her out hunting and teach her how to get in the bushes, teach her to go searching. But I like her mouth. She got that mouth. And then, let's see if I can wrap this up. The one thing I like about the Jeep dogs, or what they were known for, but she's more like a Jeep Red Boy Rascal dog now. But a heavy dose of Jeep, because she has both a pure Jeep in her through the Long's Weirdo stuff, and then she has the Jeep Red Boy through the Tab stuff in her. So she has a heavy dose of Jeep. But the Jeep dogs, you know, when I was younger, were known to be hard-scratching dogs. They just scratch all night. That was sort of one of the traits that that I was told that they're known for, but I never really owned a Jeep dog. Just talking to people that had them. Those dogs will scratch. They'll just keep scratching, and then when you get the red boy in them, they're just really game dogs that love to scratch. And if I can get her, she'll scratch. She scratches hard. So let me see. Come here. Come on. Good girl. Come here. Get in there. I gotta get her collar. Come here. I'm gonna have to figure this out. Oh, we're doing it with one hand. Grab her by the chain. Oh. Come on, Serenity. Come on. There we go. Good girl. Come here, girl. You're going to get a good scratch on this one. Huh? Good girl. Come here. Good girl. Hold on. Don't get my legs. Ready? Hold on. We're going to get her by the collar. Doing this all with one hand makes it tricky. Okay, here we go. I got her. Okay. Line her up. You ready? Scratch. Good girl. So her and I, when she was younger, I used to play with the tug, and I put her right out of her reach, and I'd grab her and make her look at it, and she'd scratch. And I got her scratched like 5-6 times to the tug. She hits it hard too, so she didn't forget. But that's one of the things I like to teach my dogs is if we're out hunting and I see something and I point her, and if I let her go, she needs to go straight for it. So that's just a little training tool. Plus I have fun with her. We have fun. Anyway, I got to bug out. This is OG Loco, Sarge's Serenity. She is a Jeep Red Boy Rascal bitch with a bit of Chinaman in her. Heavily lime bred, Woodall's champion, Weird Jack, and his half brother, Champion Brick. She's a very nicely bred dog, but pretty soon I'll break down her pedigree and we'll do a feature on her. Hopefully I could do it next month. I got a few other dogs I want to get through before I get to Serenity. She's such a big dog, and she's takes up a lot of responsibility to get her off the chain because she's all over the place. So I got to make sure it's secure. But anyway, we're out. Thanks for letting me show off Serenity here.